Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Gulfstream Park here on Saturday. It is the 16th of January 2021. Gonna look at the stakes races on the program from Gulfstream. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean around the world. And before I get any further, just a little bit off the subject, if you can get the COVID vaccine, make sure you go get it. There are a lot of crazy people in the world that don't want to get it, but go get it. It's going to make the world a better place, and then we could all be back at the racetrack and go back to our normal lives, being a degenerate in the grandstand at Belmont, on the third floor, like I would be. So make sure you go get the vaccine, because I know I did today. So make sure you go get it. But let's get to the stakes action from Gulfstream. It's Sunshine Millions Day. Actually, Sunshine Day, because if you add up all the purses for these races, it's not even $500,000. It's just a Sunshine Florida Stake Bread Day. I do miss the old Sunshine Millions California versus Florida, because those were some great days of racing. But we're going to look at all those Sunshine races 8 through 11. The 8th race we'll start off which is the Sunshine Filly and Mare Turf. It's going for a purse of $75,000. Race for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upwards. We field of 9 horses heading to the turf course, but keep in mind the one is an MTO, so 8 will head to the turf course actually. The distance of ground is 1,700 meters if you want to go by that. With the mile 16th trip on the Gulfstream Park turf course, portable rails are up at 120 feet, so it's the outermost portion of the lawn, the turf. Mile 16th. My top selection here, I'm going to go with the number 8 horse, who is Mo of the West. Mo of the West will go 8624 in the superfecta, 8624 super. Top selection 8 horse, Mo of the West, is 4-year filly by Uncle Mo. Edgar Zayas gets the mount for Marcassi. The horse's most recent outing came 26th of December at Gulfstream, mile 16th in the Tropical Oaks, and the horse finished 4th by 2 3/4 lengths there, which is kind of wide and just never quickened up. The horses just ran that better race. That was a very tough race, so stepping down in class facing Staybred today, I think this horse is in a more realistic spot to win. But this horse loves his turf course. 6-3 on it. 2 back in the Cellar Shiraz at Calder, 1 mile, November the 7th. The horse finished 5th by 3 lengths, didn't break that well, but really closed up well late. It was an all-out finish. I thought she ran a very good quarter there late, and then prior to that, on the 27th of September here at Gulfstream, 1 mile and obstacle 25, the horse went by 1 3/4 lengths, sitting back early, a little bit wide, but still got the job very easily done. And then before then, the Miss Gracie at Gulfstream Park, 7.5 furlongs, September the 5th. The horse finished 7th by 4 lengths there, and just, the jockey lost the iron. What can you do? And then, just didn't have anything left late. And then prior to that, the horse won obstacle 16 on this turf course, winning by a neck, really closing up from mid-pack nicely, and then before that broke the main very, very easily. Has done well on this turf course, training well, stepped down class from the last one. At 6-1, we'll give her a shot. So to recount my selection for the 8th from Gulfstream, it's the Sunshine Filly and Mare Turf. Gonna go take the 8 horse Mo of the West. We'll go 8-6-2-4 in the superfecta. The 9th race from Gulfstream Park, it is the Sunshine Classic, not the Sunshine Million Classic, but the Sunshine Classic, per $75,000. Race for 4-year-olds and upwards. We have 7 horses going to the main track. The distance of ground here of 1,800 meters, if y'all want to go by that, or the distance of ground of 1.125 on the Gulfstream Park main track. 1,800 meters, 1.125 here in the Sunshine Classic. And let this sink in for a second. 10-12 years ago, this race was worth $1 million. 10-12 years ago, this race was worth $1 million. In 2021, this race is worth $75,000. Yeah, where did they go wrong with this one? Because the original concept of the Sunshine Millions was, I think, great. California versus Florida, on NBC primetime. It was always great races, but I have a feeling the Pegasus in a few years might end up like the Sunshine Millions. But God, and you saw some great horses running these races. I believe Lava Man won one of these races a few years ago. Mucho Macho Man won it in the most recent one of the most recent races. He won in 2013-14, something like that. It was some decent horses running in this. And also, just came to mind Gulfstream Park. One of my favorite runnings was 2005 running. Musique Toujours winning on the front and all throughout with Jordi Chavez at like 75-1. The replay's on YouTube. Go watch that. But back to the race. My top selection, I'm going to go with the 4-horse Roman Empire. We'll go 4-6-1-5 in the superfecta. 4-6-1-5 super. Top selection of 4-horse Roman Empire. 4-year-old colt by Empire Maker. Top Pletcher trains. Luis Saez gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came the 9th of December here at Gulfstream. 1 mile and ops 25. First off, a long refreshing. The horse finished 2nd by 3 lengths. He sat back early. He moved a little bit, but it wasn't anything spectacular. He needed the race first off the bench, second off the bench, back to 2 turns. I think he's in a very good spot to win. His most recent workout patterns have been very good. Two back on the 14th of June at Gulfstream, 1 mile and optional 16. He won by a neck. Very lesser quality horses, but he sat back early after not the best beginnings, a little bit wide, but he got the job done. It was a very good final quarter for him there. And then prior to that, around 2 turns on the 22nd of May here at Gulfstream, mile 16th, optional 16, the horse finished second by 2 1/4 lengths there, and he just couldn't get there late. If the race was a mile and an eighth with a regular finish, he would have made it a little bit more interesting, but, it would have been, close there. And then prior to that, at Gulfstream, 1 mile and optional 16. He finished fourth by 10 half lengths. He stalked, but just really hit the wall. 109 and 1 3/4. They were flying that day. But I like him around 2 turns. Second off the bench off some decent workouts and a decent race last time out. 4-1 will take him. So to recap my selection for the ninth from Gulfstream, it's the Sunshine Classic. Let's take the 4-horse Roman Empire. We'll go 4, 6, 1, 5 in the superfecta. The 10th race, it's the Sunshine Sprint. Per $75,000 races for 4-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 9 horses entered, going the distance of ground of 1,200 meters, or the distance of ground of 6 furlongs on the main track. 1,200 meters, 6 furlongs, main track. And one of my favorite winners of this race, a horse who never could win prime time races, but would always win these really good, kind of lower end stakes races. Shake the Bank with Mike Luzzy. He won this race in 2004. He was a very good horse, I thought. Just wasn't quite prime time, but like I said, very good horse. But a horse I like here is I'm going to go for the back-to-back win here with the 5-horse Extravagant Kid. I'm going to go 5-7-3-2 in the superfecta. 5-7-3-2 super. Top selection of 5-horse Extravagant Kid. 8-year-old gelding by Kiss the Kid. Tired like Affleon gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came New Year's here at Gulfstream, so 2 weeks ago in the Llanos Stakes, and the horse finished second by a neck. Empress, very good horse, just won very nicely. This horse stalked and made a good run of him late. I didn't think it was a half bad run. Back to dirt where this horse run very sneakily well in the past. I think he really ran a good race. 2 back in the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint at Keeneland, 5.5 furlongs, 7th of November. He finished 4th by a length, and I thought he ran a good race. He closed up from the behind, from a stupidly wide poster. He had a great turn of foot. He outran his 18-1 odds from where he was breaking from. Did not think that was a bad run. And then prior to that, in the Woodford at Keeneland, 5.5 furlongs, finishing second by half length, coming from mid-pack. Again, a little bit too late, but it was still a decent effort. And then before that, Churchill in the Turf Sprint, finishing second by a neck behind Diamond Oops. Again, nothing bad about that run. Like I said, when he runs on dirt, he'll run these sneaky good races. Most recent dirt affair came in the Sunshine Million Sprint last year. Same race, just different name, because they took out the million, because like I said, it's not even a million, $500,000 in purses today. But going 6 furlongs, the horse won by 2 3/4 lengths. He stalked, he got the lead. It was an all-around good effort. He likes this track. He's 2 for 2 on the dirt most recently here. Training well, 7 to 5, let's use him. So to recap my selection for the 10th from Gulfstream, it's the Sunshine Sprint. Let's take the 5-horse Extravagant Kid. We'll go 5-7-3-2 in the superfecta. The 11th race from Gulfstream, it's the Sunshine Turf. Per $75,000 race for 4-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 9 horses entered to go the distance of ground of 1,700 meters, or the mile 16th trip on the Gulfstream Park lawn, the turf course. 1,700 meters, a mile 16th, or portable rails are out at 120 feet. My top selection, I'm going to go with the 4-horse Shamrocket. We'll go 4-2-9-7 in the superfecta. 4-2-9-7 super. Top selection of 4-horse Shamrocket. This 4-year-old colt by Tonalist. Ira Ortiz Jr. gets them out for Tom Pletcher. The horse's most recent outing came 23rd of December at Gulfstream. 1 mile and off 16 claimer facing State Reds. First time in the Pletcher barn was a recipe for success. Winning by 3/4 length. He was a little bit wide that day, but came from mid-pack, closing up well. It was a very good effort. 2 back, distance might have been a little bit too long at Kentucky Downs. Mile 5/16 in the Dueling Grand Derby. Long trip. A little bit tougher competition. He finished third by 4.5 lengths. He didn't break that well, and he just couldn't get around the racetrack. And then prior to that, Lounge race 74,000 at Saratoga, mile and eighth on the inner lawn. He finished third by 2.5 lengths. It doesn't play towards closers, that turf course, but he was closing up well, but he also had a little traffic trouble there around the turn. And then prior to that, at Belmont, mile and eighth, an optional 80. He finished second by a neck. Again, not playing towards closers, that turf course. Any of the inner turf courses, well, not all of them. The Aqueduct inner turf course can play towards closers, but Belmont mainly and Saratoga's, both those inner turf courses don't play towards deep closers a lot. But for this horse to close on the 9th of July at Belmont like that, I thought it was a very, very good race. And then before that, he won main special going a mile and a quarter at Belmont from a coming from behind that day with a bit of a pace meltdown, but he's done well on this turf course, training well at 7-2. We'll give him a shot here. Multi-race scenario, the 2-horse proven strategies. Can't say that, excuse me. For he's a horse. He's stepping down in class from his last few, but he's running. He's been running these good races up at Woodbine and Saratoga. He's a winner of his last two. We'll give him a shot also, and also he likes his turf course. So to recap my selections for the 11th from Gulfstream, it's the Sunshine Turf. We'll use the 4-horse Shamrocket. We'll also give the 2-horse Proven Strategies some kudos here. We'll go 4-2-9-7 in the superfecta, 4-2 in the multi-race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.